For purposes of a nominating speech, the chair recognizes Mr. Robert Fields. Robert, please step forward.
Democrats, welcome to the city of Waterbury. My name is Robert Fields, and this is my home. Which makes me incredibly proud to be here tonight to speak to all of you. I am here tonight to nominate a good friend, a strong Democrat who can win and will win in November, no matter who the Republicans nominate. Action, not as a career politician sitting behind his desk, but one with real life experience. Whether it's spending a year of his life with the homeless, or helping veterans return home from the Middle East, or even on the ground during Hurricane Katrina, helping in the relief efforts. I'm here tonight, Mr. Chairman, Democrats, friends, to nominate Dan Roberti from the great town of Kent, Connecticut. Let me tell you a little bit about the person I've come to know. Dan Roberti was born here in Connecticut, the child of a state legislator and a public school teacher. His experiences growing up have given him made him a tireless advocate for the people. His focus among the very least among us, the homeless, shows that he is the perfect person to fight for us down in Washington, the 99%. Republican stance in Washington, forcing more and more people to fall through the cracks of society, lose hope in the American dream. But Dan Roberti is ready to fight for us. He's ready to fight for the 5th district. Dan Roberti understands the key to creating opportunities for everyone in this great country. To create jobs, that's the key. Jobs where people can support their families. He is the only Democratic candidate in this fighting for this congressional seat that has a comprehensive jobs plan. Dan's jobs plan focuses on rebuilding manufacturing here in Connecticut, empowering the next generation of entrepreneurs. As many of you know, I am the past president of the Waterbury Young Democrats. There are many issues that are important to us young people here in Connecticut. The issues are important to us as well as others. Education for our children, opportunities for higher education, technical training, which will create a vibrant workforce for our economy. When it comes to foreign policy, Dan will put forth the same common sense tactics that he has in his job plan and his education plan. Following the footsteps of Congressman Murphy, Dan will not compromise whenever necessary, but will never back down from his ideas or those ideas of the Democratic Party. I'm here to tell you that Dan Roberti is an excellent candidate, the candidate that we need here in the 5th district. He is a fresh-faced Democrat that is excited about leading this district. Dan Roberti is energetic, he listens, and he has devoted his whole life to service. Again, Mr. Chairman, fellow Democrats, I am proud to place the name of Dan Roberti into nomination for Connecticut's 5th district. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, fighter, and a tireless campaigner. Exactly the kind of strong advocate and representative we need in Congress. He is not afraid to look at things from a different perspective, to find unique solutions to the problems that so many of our politicians have been unable to solve. He's a person who can be part of the solution to gridlock in Washington. He will be a congressman who will deliver to the people of Connecticut and the entire country. He has already proven to all of us how hard he will work for us. He's already proven that he cares, he is ready, willing, and able to stand with all of us. If you were involved helping to elect Democrats locally this past year, no doubt you've already worked alongside Dan Roberti. That's how I became a strong supporter of Dan's. He showed up in Southbury to help us elect Democrats. Our town had been dominated by the Republican Party for decades, probably centuries. All right? He did not walk in the door and say, "Are you supporting me?" before he rolled up his sleeves and got to work for us. I am very proud to say that this election, Southbury took the first selectman's office for the first time in 15 years, and every voter. Dan stepped right in to help us make this a reality, and he did it because it was the right thing to do. Making hundreds of phone calls, coming to every event, and when Southbury asked him to take a pledge to remain positive during the campaign, he stuck by that pledge. This is why the Southbury Democrats have endorsed Dan Roberti. Dan has spent the last year knocking on doors, meeting with business and community leaders, and speaking to voters every single day. That says a lot about the kind of person he is and the kind of congressman he's going to be. And it reminds me of another young congressman who relentlessly knocked on doors and made a point of knowing the individuals and the issues of all of the 5th District's 41 cities and towns. And I believe that Dan Roberti is the perfect Democrat to follow in Chris Murphy's footsteps. I need to take a second and apologize to this side of the room, because every time I turn to look at you and address you, I lose my microphone. So, I will continue. I'd also like to tell you a little bit about Dan Roberti's character, and being that it was just Mother's Day, I think you probably all appreciate this. But it's one of the reasons why he fights so hard. He had spent a year, as you just heard, volunteering running the day-to-day operations of the homeless shelter. His mother, who was a public school teacher, was diagnosed with cancer. Dan did not hesitate. He returned home to Connecticut to take care of his mother. He helped her navigate our broken healthcare system, and still continued, while doing that, to advocate for the people and the issues that our government has neglected. He's raised awareness about America's crumbling infrastructure, the need for high-speed rail, advocating for increased veterans benefits, and he helped to launch the Action Center to End World Hunger. Ladies and gentlemen, Dan Roberti is a Democrat to get excited about. On creating jobs, he has a detailed plan for rebuilding manufacturing to empowering the next generation of entrepreneurs. On protecting Medicare and Social Security from Tea Party efforts to gut benefits, Dan is clear. Our budget will not be balanced on the backs of our senior citizens. The 1% must pay their fair share, and our promises must be kept to our seniors. On defending women's rights, Dan has fought against the Republican war on women, taking a hard-line stance, protecting women's rights in the workplace, in the doctor's office, and everywhere in between. And speaking of rights, Dan knows better than most that quality, affordable health care for everyone is a fundamental right, and he will never back down from that fight. The 5th District is a beautiful place. It's got farms and forests and fresh river valleys, and we all have a strong desire to maintain the character of our communities. Dan will be an uncompromising advocate for the environment. He will not be pushed around by energy companies or roll over for natural gas frackers in exchange for campaign contributions. He will fight to protect the environment while making Connecticut a world leader in green energy economy. Ladies and gentlemen, Chairman, Dan Roberti has was shown, he would always stand with all of the people in the 5th District, not just the special interest. And that is why I stand with Dan. Thank you very much.